Hello, hopefully the sound is working. I'm going to actually check that real quick. Oops. Good morning. It's funny, I'm doing these live streams every week because I have felt... Oh, that's a video I want to remember. Ah! Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Anyway, doing these live streams, but it's very different from the way I used to do them. Okay, yes, it's totally working. Sweet. So, anyway, when I first started these, it was during the pandemic. Actually, I'll tell that story in a minute. I'm going to just get settled in here, go live on Instagram just so that you can find me there. There's no one watching yet anyway, so we're just getting settled. Waiting for people to come in. A little extra. Take off my ring so I can play the ukulele. Anyway, I was saying that I started live streaming in 2019, and I became kind of a pro at it. My singer friends were like, "Oh, you're the go-to girl," and I knew how to set up the equipment well. I had all the right software. And these are much more casual now. I'm like, let's go live on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook all at the same time, but without a plan. I would like prep and share links in advance, and it was a lot of work. But I was rewatching them, and I realized that wasn't the charm. The charm was just sitting, listening to me pontificate, which I do a lot now, and I do it off the cuff, and I don't need a script. So today, my pontification is on a couple different things. Where we come from and where we're going. I want to sing a song I wrote about a very special place to me. I want to sing a song about realizing that your life is perfectly orchestrated and that we shouldn't get so caught in freaking out about, what our heart desires and loves and wants to go toward, because it's calibrated exactly. Our mind just gets in the way and tells us we're miscalibrated, tells us that we need to fear and run away. And then I want to sing something very special, but reminiscent of the old days of the original live streams. And I'll talk about that as we go. But first, the first song is one I wrote when I arrived here in Bali back in January. And it's called Gray's Lake because it is about this very special place to me in Idaho that I would go to as a child. The property up there is owned by my family, has been in the family for generations, and it was a sanctuary. It was this very special place I would go to. And it always felt like I was connected to something there. And it felt like a place to escape and a place to relax and rest. And when I got here, everything was reminding me of this place. especially the cranes. So there's cranes here, and they sound just like the sandhill cranes in Gray's Lake. Gray's Lake is a bird refuge, bird sanctuary in Idaho as well. And there, as I say that, crane, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Just like the cranes in Idaho, in Gray's Lake particularly. And riding a scooter reminded me of riding a snowmobile in Idaho. Hi, people on Instagram. I'm also live on Facebook and YouTube, which is the camera I'm looking at over here. If you get confused, why is she not looking at us? That's why. Anyway, so, and I was cooking outdoors. It was the closest thing I had to camping as a kid. When I was little, the cabin was just a 2-room shack, basically. It had no plumbing, no running water at all. We had to go pump our water, and we cooked on a wood fire stove. So cooking outdoors on this gas grill kind of camping style was taking me back there too. There's so many things. And I found myself just really missing and thinking, I don't know if I'll ever go back there, or not ever, but, you know, that I used to go there all the time. And last time was in 2020 with my parents. But I wrote this song, and it originally started off as a very sad song because I was very sad. I just miss it. And you know, Gray's Lake has gone through a lot of changes in my life. When I was a kid, we would all pile the whole family into the cabin, and we would all sleep in the bedroom. Maybe a couple people out on the sofa in the main room, but we would just pile. We had beds upon beds in that room, and they were edge to edge almost, just enough room to walk. And my aunt and uncle would come with their families, and we would all pile into that room with my grandparents. And we'd go snowmobiling, and we would bathe in a little wash basin in the middle of the room. And when I was 7 or 8, something like that, the cabin got an upgrade. It became a 4-bedroom gray house with a big wraparound porch, and bedrooms were for all of us. So my family had one, my aunt's family had another, and my uncle's family had another, and then my grandparents had their rooms. So it's why it was 4 bedrooms. Shortly after that happened, there was a few trips where all of us went up there and we enjoyed and had a good time. But not long after, my aunt stopped coming. And then my uncle stopped coming, mostly. He would come, but he wouldn't stay the night, so not utilizing that room for him. And there was just this rift that I witnessed as a child, and I didn't really get a choice in the matter. I didn't get to say, hey guys, what's happening? I miss my cousins. Why aren't we going up here together? So this song is about mending that gap. And interestingly enough, after that renovation, I was staying up there with my cousins, and we were sleeping in the basement, and my cousin sang One Tin Soldier to me. That was the first time I had heard the song, and it really sunk with me. Grace Lake has this gorgeous mountain called Caribou Mountain that looks over the valley, and you can watch the moon rise behind it from the cabin. And in One Tin Soldier, it's about the mountain people and the valley people, and the people of the valley go up the mountain and kill the mountain people to get their treasure, even though the mountain people said they would share. So they go up the mountain, they take the treasure, and after the war is over, after everybody's dead, they turn the stone that is hiding the treasure, and beneath that stone there's no gold, no jewels, no resources whatsoever. It's just a message, and it says peace on earth. That's the treasure. So the song is about bringing that peace. And I rewrote it 2 days ago to be more about the beauty of all of Gray's Lake and what it can do for us. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm just gonna have to scroll. I'm not used to this setup. There's a place I used to go at the end of a rocky red road, little red cabin nestled in a hill, where I dreamed and grew and still Gray's Lake I long to be, in the grace of your red heart. Gray's Lake, answer me. How we came to part. Gray was the sanctuary, gray was joy. Little red homestead where I would sit and watch. Gray wings of wisdom, those sandhill cranes flying under Great Caribou Mountain that loomed over the plains. Gray's Lake I long to be, in the grace of your red heart. Gray's Lake, answer me. How is it we came to part? Gray gave me peace. Gray gave me love. Gray held me close. Gray was my blood. Gray's Lake, enchanting land of my heart, it broke that we should part. Gray is my memory of the place I've left behind. Shades of gray paint a tragedy. It's time to rewrite. Come now, let's rewrite. Turn to the heart red. Turn to the moon. Turn to Gray's Lake. Surrender your pride. Caribou, Won't you share them with me? Our lips shall have huckleberry splendor. In each other's arms we'll see the rising, inspiring elk moon. Wolverine Canyon, McCoy Creek, Tin Cup Worm, Wedding Hoe, Gray's Lake will always be in the grace of your red heart. Gray's Lake, it's clear to see how we will never part. Heal the wounds, those mended cracks, and we've cleaned out the cobwebs to bring the red heart back. Up the rock road I see a place where my heart was born. Anymore has this effervescence to it, this lightness. Up the red rock road. It's also a little bit how you sing it. You know, if I'm singing gray, gray is my memory. Gray is the memory of the place I've left behind. Shades of gray paint a tragedy. It's time to rewrite. It's a different way of framing it from up the red rock road. I see a place where my heart was born. It lives on in me. Gray's Lake, I'll always be in Gray's Lake. So it's interesting and I've been having a lot of fun playing with this. I'm just checking the stream because it said it wasn't working. It is working. It's quality. It's interesting, and I've been having. Yeah. And this song is just a really long tale, really long story. It used to be even longer, believe it or not. But I took out all of the extra descriptions of the tragedy, because that's not what the song's about. The song is about rewriting the story. And going back to Caribou for the treasures. letting her reveal, eating the sweet huckleberries and sharing sweetness on our lips rather than words of division or hurt or fear. Anyway, I'm excited. This song is going to go on Patreon soon. I'm currently in the process of recording it. That's why I rewrote it. I record everything with myself, with my beautiful little ukulele and my mic. Being present with this beautiful place that can transform you. And anytime I'm able to be fully with a place, Grace Lake transformed me. It was funny, I have this little, I like islands. I had this little hill, and it was the size of me, like a little girl, that I would walk out into the field and I'd go find this little island, and on it would grow a bunch of white flowers, kind of Lord of the Rings style. Like the graves for the kings. But I would go hop over what I would see as this little stream. It didn't always have water in it, but hop over that, and then I'd be like, I'm on my island. So like that was like a special place for me. So I've always had this affinity, this affection for islands and what they do. So I guess I've always wanted to live on an island, and now I do. So the next song, What If, is another one that I'm recording to put on Patreon, and it is something I wrote back in May after my heart got caught up in something that reminded me of something that hurt me not very long before. And so I was really confused, and I'm like, is this the same? Is it different? And superficially, there was a lot of similarities. In depth, nothing was the same. But I kept asking myself, why does my heart want this thing? And the answer I came to was that, you're only closing your heart off when you run from anything. So run into the arms of what your heart wants. Say yes to it. It's calibrated correctly. It's our mind that gets in the way. It's our ego that says, oh, this person is oh, what is the word? Speaks like this other person, and so that means that they must be a person. We make false connections, false associations, and or for dance, like I do head movement, and I could, if I injured myself, I could say I don't want to dance this dance anymore. Or I could come at it from a different way and say, I actually really like doing this, and I like the way it feels, and I treat my body differently, and I show up differently, and even though I'm doing the same thing, the experience. So, yeah, I'm thinking a lot about how, not cutting things out of our life, but just changing how we relate with the things that our heart actually really wants. So this is called What If. My life's on track, sticks and guides agree. Every card clearly laid, every side something, a story than one way. Who could open this door? I failed to see. Allow myself to trust this hand waiting to take me to joy. What if, what if, what if I say I'm ready to receive? My heart welcomes what's beyond my limited scope. Let's open this door I failed to see. Allow myself to trust this hand waiting to take me to joy. Trust your own hand waiting to take you to joy. In this singular mind, hell bent on being right. What if, what if, what if I'm limiting my own belief? What if I said yes to something I've run from, only to find my heart has been calibrated all along, misaligned. What if, what if, what if? I just learned how to do this. I would watch Emil, who I've written songs with, do it. I never asked him, and then my friend Woody was over playing with my ukulele. Did it. I was like, wait, I can do it on my I love learning new things. Okay. So that's What If. That is also coming out on Patreon. So much songwriting happening here. I'm working on a piece called Siren Song, arranging it for string quartet currently. I've written 3 songs with my friend Emil Talltree, Unseen, Kingdom of Devotion, and Ancient King. Oh, and we wrote a mantra. Oh, I can sing my mantra. Mantra's easy. Once, Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha Svaha. Say it wrong. Anyway, that's my favorite mantra, so I made a song out of it. Really performing that. Performing's not the right word when you're leading a kirtan. We are leading that song in a kirtan this Saturday in Kutta, an event called Shambhala. And I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of a really honest moment. I've attended kirtan with my friends. My friends love kirtans. They're like, let's go to a kirtan, and I'm like, can we go to a concert instead and like listen to people play real music? But now I'm being really, really honest. The reason I had that resistance was because I'd go to these kirtans and I'd be sitting there singing with everybody in the crowd while there's musicians up on stage leading. And my little heart, this is like the What If song. Woo, my little heart was like calibrated to be like, I am supposed to be up there. I'm supposed to be with the performers. I'm supposed to be leading. I'm not, like, people should be listening to my voice. That was why I had my resistances to kirtan. Anyway, so we're leading some beautiful mantras. I've actually been singing one of them to myself a lot lately. Where is it? I think I have it here. It's Mother Gaia is the name of it, and it has some English words, and it's just beautiful. Actually, all I can do, I don't have my capo on me, but I'm supposed to practice this, so maybe I should do. Deep within our Mother Gaia, and looking out to the farther side. Oh, I'm so grateful for this life, and to be will of the one. Om Hare Om, Om Hare Om. That's not the whole song. Anyway, we're doing that. We're doing our version of Gate Gate. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo is not a Shiva song. We have the Mother Gaia is a Shiva song. Anyway, about tuning into a certain frequency of power through the gods that hold that power. So if you want music, open up your ability to make art, and then you sing Saraswati, that energy. If you want to clear things from your life, remove things that are blocking, to Kali, and all of these different things. So it's a very beautiful thing. I was resistant to it at first, surrendering. So the last thing I'm going to sing today with my classical world here. And I haven't sung this in a long time. I did this at a, it's not in here. I did this in a live stream early on, I think my second or third live stream, back to when I first started doing them in 2020. And it's a song that, behind the music before I sat down today. It's a song that really touches my heart. Here it is. Because it's from a sacred work. No, so it's from an oratorio, music lesson. Oratorios are these big sacred works that are operatic in nature because it has big solos, arias, just like an opera does, and it tells a story. And there's also choral singing. More choral singing in oratorio than in opera. Opera's more solo and small ensemble. So this is from an oratorio considering Matthew Shepard, the Passion, actually. So it's a full-on going into the deepest. The piece that I sang when I performed this live for the first time with, I can't remember the name of the group. Maybe that's why I pulled this up. Critical Mass in Boise, Idaho, and I was asked to sing this piece from it called The Fence. Matthew Shepard was beat to death and tied to a fence and left there. And the fence plays a role in the oratorio in telling the story. The fence before the incident, during, after. This is after, 1 week later, when there's a memorial set up there. People are coming and crying and laying down flowers, and it's like this pinnacle moment of the entire oratorio where everyone is to a point of this is what happened. And then how do we move forward is the rest of the oratorio. There's some beautiful songs in there. The one I've been thinking about is, it's not called this song, but it's How Can We Be Dream? And I've been thinking about, like, how do we achieve the dream rather than staying in the nightmare? How can we be dream? How do we move on? How do we forgive? So I'm going to sing this. It's been a long time, but I've been wanting to sing something a little bit more classical here rather than just my ukulele music, because that's where all this began, and my heart is calibrated to it. My heart is so calibrated to classical singing and using my voice in that way. So even as I've been expanding my repertoire and my ways of doing music. So, The Fence. I have to turn this up. Hopefully it works. Keep still and firm. I hold my ground while they lay down. Flowers and photos, prayers and poems, crystal sticks and stones, flowers and photos, prayers and poems, crystals and candlesticks and stones. In who they stand still, they sit and sigh, they crown cry. Flowers and photos, prayers and poems, crystals and candlesticks and flowers. Some of them touch me in unexpected ways, without asking permission, and then move on. But I don't mind. Being a shrine is better than being the scene of the crime. I keep still, I stand firm. Some of them touch me in unexpected ways. Some of them touch me in unexpected ways. Prayers and poems, crystals and candlesticks and stones. Some of them touch me in unexpected ways, and then move on. I guess that's why I do cure. So as I finished that piece, I'm reminded of the reverence that comes after that kind of a powerful message and that needs to be there. I used to be Mormon, and it was really interesting. Like after a musical number, somebody would sing this glorious, touching song. Their voice would radiate love and compassion, and I would always want to clap afterwards, but it wasn't the custom. The custom was to sit in silence, and I get that now. Because there's something about absorbing the message, absorbing what we've just been told, what we've just experienced. And I look forward to doing more of this. Thank you so much for being here with me this hour. I appreciate so much everybody who wants to connect with me on Patreon and support the creation of the music that I'm writing. Not just A Girl and Her Ukulele, which is the album I'm currently working on, but to take those songs and my other songs and collaborate with other musicians, go into the studio and make something fuller, more worthy of what these songs deserve, because my beautiful Juanita and I have written some gorgeous songs together, but when I get on stage with a full band, as I've been doing here in Bali, it becomes something completely new. And if you want to know what that's like you can go watch. There's a reel on my Instagram. The lighting is pink, so it's very easy to find. And that was a song that just came out of the blue, and I'm hopefully going to write it. When that man walked in. I sang a little bit of it last week. Say yes to this life. But anyway, all of this co-creation gets more glorious when there's more people added to it. So as Patreon grows, as I get more supporters there, I will be using all those funds to go into the studio, to hire musicians, to co-create, to start making something bigger out of this. And the goal, as I'm stretching my compose skills for the first time in forever, I would love to write an oratorio myself. So as I sang Considering Matthew Shepard for you today, I want to write something like that, about compassion, about forgiveness, and about bringing us into the dream, out of the nightmare and into the dream. And that's the story. It's starting to be written. It's coming forward. So all of that happens from you being with me on this journey on Patreon. If you want to work on your singing, I teach singing. I teach private voice lessons. I also have a community of singers on WhatsApp called Sing. And it's simply just about that, about using your voice and all of the different thoughts that prevent us from sharing our voice, all of the different messages that tell us our voice isn't good enough, or that we need to be quieter, or we need to conform to this vision, when there's so many colors out there. I mean, hello people, have you listened to Tom Waite? Come on. There's so many ways for our voices to be powerful. And so that's a free community. I'd love to see you there. And then I teach an online class called Sing Beyond, where we go beyond just talking about singing. We are actually putting into my methods of opening up the body, opening up the breathing mechanism to fully feel our breath into our body, into our wings. And if you come to my class, you'll understand what I mean, what I'm saying there. How to access our resonators and amplify and beautify the voice. And all of this is based on sound scientific vocal principles combined with feeling into the body, understanding this and how we can optimize it, going into the thoughts behind what's preventing us from opening up our lungs fully? What is causing us to breathe shallowly? What is causing us to step away from the nature of our body that will actually allow our voice to be so glorious, so beautiful, if we just can step back from those thought patterns? So I do, it's like a holistic program that addresses every part. So Sing Beyond is another thing. I'm always creating new offers. Like I'm doing this program with my glorious friend Amia called Beauty. It started this last week. It's so fantastic. The women who are in it are amazing. So if you want to be privy of those kind of things, follow me on Instagram because I'm always in whatever's going on there. I'm going to be changing up my mailing list here soon, so I'm not going to say get on my mailing list because that's just still a work in progress. But there's so many ways to connect with me. It's like you can find me on Facebook and follow me there. You can follow me on YouTube. I have 2 Instagram accounts, at the Baroque Soprano, just like it says on the screen, and at Touching Connection. Which I believe that's also going to change soon, but for now, just find me there and follow. Touching Connection is more like my philosophical side, but I also talk about things that are going on here in Bali, different topics. The topic right now is love, like expanding ourselves to being radically loving beings. In fact, I have a song. I'll share just a snippet of it because it's also not done. Ooh, it's fun chords. Oh, I like these chords. Wait, shit, how do I play that chord? Oh, I know how to play it. Okay. Nope, that's not how you play that one. Okay. I know how to play the first chords that I sing with. I am radically, rebelliously. No. That seems wrong. Recklessly loving. It's not wrong. No fear resides here. The light of my heart dissolves the illusion. This contract for love would have me scared, holding back, seeking shelter, and poor and broken. But my heart no longer recognizes these contracts. They are rescinded. It's a work in progress. Lots of words, not much music. It's coming. So, follow me on Instagram and connect with me on Facebook. WhatsApp. Can I put that in the chat? I should put that in the chat real quick. Oh, Jeremy said happy birthday. I didn't even see the chat. Thank you. It was my birthday last 2 weekends ago. It's not letting me type it. It's because I'm in Chrome. Can't Apple and Google just get along, guys? Can't they just get along? There it is. I gotta find Chrome again so I can send you the WhatsApp link. Okay, there it is. So find me on WhatsApp. I put it in here too. Although on Instagram,
Hi, this is Michael Porter, the Artistic Director of Critical Mass Vocal Artist. I'm here today to tell you that we miss you. We miss getting dressed up in our tuxes, in our dresses, and singing some of the finest choral music of all Idaho for you. But unfortunately, we can't. We, like many performing arts organizations, have to cease what we love doing for a while. But it's just going to be for a little while. We will be back together again soon. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but soon. If you'd like to find out more about our upcoming season, you can go to the Opera Idaho website and find out about our 3 amazing concerts for the 2020-2021 season. In the meantime, please enjoy this gift to you as we wait for our time to sing for you again. The Road Home by Stephen Paulus, with soprano solo by Kendra Kay.
answer is a long journey.
Perspective, did it clue you in as to where your life could go from the here and now forward?
One of the first things I learned with NRT was that you don't know what is possible. I thought, I'm going to be an opera singer, I'm going to do all these things. And then I thought, you know what, I give up, I'm just going to go live on a beach. And when I stopped trying to tell the story, I say, here's the thing, let's go find
to see your bigger picture of our desire is coming from something that we were taught about, something that we were told that we should want for ourselves. And is it what we actually want? Do we think we want it? Do we know that we want it? Do we feel that we want it? I think there's a big difference between these things. And so when we really get clear on where we would like to go, surrounded by, where we would like to live, I think that starts to change after a while as we go deeper and deeper into the layers of the mind. So what was that like for you?
I was thinking back to having so many other voices, and the thing that stuck out to me was, let's talk to myself from my own voice. But I didn't know what my voice wanted, so sometimes what we get caught up in is this world has so many amazing things in it. And what NRT did for me is it gave me permission to narrow things down and be more true to felt what I believe.
Of our desire is coming from something that we of our how much